Attention hysterectomy or fibroid patients. If you developed cancer after fibroid removal or hysterectomy, the power device used in your surgery may be to blame. The FDA warns that power morcellators may trigger the spread of cancer in hysterectomy or fibroid patients. If you or a loved one developed cancer after a hysterectomy or fibroid removal, call Ferrer Poirot in Wansbrough, 800-721-6800. You may be entitled to substantial compensation.
Attention, women with ovarian cancer. Did you use Johnson's baby powder or shower to shower for feminine hygiene before your diagnosis? The International Agency for Research on Cancer warns that talc-based powders may cause ovarian cancer. If you or someone you love was diagnosed with ovarian cancer after using Johnson's baby powder or shower to shower, call 800-690-8500. You may be entitled to significant compensation.
Were you prescribed Cymbalta for pain or depression? A study shows that people who stop taking Cymbalta may have withdrawal symptoms such as seizures, tingling in the skin, or brain shocks. If you sought medical care for these symptoms after taking Cymbalta, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Call Ferrer Poirot in Wansbrough for a free evaluation of your claim. 800-690-8500.
For over 30 years, thousands of people have put their trust in our law firm. Let us help you.
Did you or someone you know undergo surgery using transvaginal mesh that later required an additional surgery to repair or remove the mesh? The FDA recently issued a warning that transvaginal mesh can cause serious complications such as additional surgery, perforations, vaginal scarring, and mesh erosion or disintegration. Over 30,000 severe complications have been recorded. So far, 2 jury verdicts have awarded more than $15 million in compensation. Call us right now for a free consultation.
Call 1-800-864-1788.
Did you or someone you know undergo surgery using transvaginal mesh that later required an additional surgery to repair or remove the mesh? The FDA recently issued a warning that transvaginal mesh can cause serious complications such as additional surgery, perforations, vaginal scarring, and mesh erosion or disintegration. Over 30,000 severe complications have been recorded. So far, 2 jury verdicts have awarded more than $15 million in compensation. Call us right now for a free consultation.
Call 1-800-884-8510.
Attention mothers who took Prozac. Was your child born with a serious birth defect? Were you allowed to take Prozac during your pregnancy? Prozac and similar antidepressants may pose serious health risks to newborns if taken while pregnant. If you took Prozac or another antidepressant while pregnant and your child was born with a serious birth defect, call board-certified lawyer and former judge Terry Bryant for a free initial consultation. 1-800-444-5000. 1-800-444-5000. Attention ATV accident victims. If you or a loved one has been seriously injured or killed in a Yamaha Rhino rollover accident, you may be entitled to compensation. Call 1-800-444-5000. We are seeking financial recovery for victims of Rhino rollovers. Call now and find out if you have a case. Yamaha Rhino rollover victims, call former judge and board-certified lawyer Terry Bryant for a free review of your claim. 1-800-444-5000. Call now.
Attention hip replacement patients. Stryker Orthopedics has issued a recall for 2 of its artificial hip replacement systems. The recalled hip products can cause serious health problems and may require additional surgeries. If you've suffered complications with your hip implant, or if your implant required a second corrective surgery, the manufacturer may be liable for your damages. Call board-certified lawyer and former judge Terry Bryant. 1-800-444-5000.
Listen, when disaster strikes, the right lawyer can make all the difference. Who do people call when it's a big case? Board-certified lawyer and former judge Terry Bryant. When unexpected tragedy happens both onshore and offshore, Terry Bryant. You need a lawyer with years of experience handling big cases. Terry Bryant. Call 1-800-444-5000. Big cases, big help. Terry Bryant. Listen, big cases like plant explosions, bus crashes, train collisions, 18-wheeler wrecks. The unexpected has happened, and tragedy has struck again. Big disasters can lead to horrific injuries and sometimes even death. Who do people call when it's a big case? That's right, board-certified lawyer and former judge Terry Bryant. 1-800-444-5000. 1-800-444-5000. Call right now.
Did you or a loved one suffer pancreatic cancer after taking the diabetes drugs Byetta or Januvia? A recent study warns that these drugs may cause potentially fatal health problems, including pancreatic cancer. Call 1-800-444-5000. If you or a loved one suffered pancreatic cancer after taking Byetta or Januvia, the manufacturers may be liable for your damages. Call board-certified lawyer and former judge Terry Bryant, 1-800-444-5000 for a free evaluation of your claim.
Car wreck? Get the no-fee guarantee. After your crash, you're probably wondering what to do next. You might be afraid you can't afford a lawyer, but you can. Terry Bryant announces the no-fee guarantee. That means you don't have to face the insurance company alone. And best of all, you pay us nothing unless you get your money. Call board-certified lawyer and former judge Terry Bryant and get the no-fee guarantee. 713-973-8888.
Attention Actos users. The FDA warns taking the diabetes drug Actos for more than 1 year may increase the risk of bladder cancer. Symptoms include dark urine, frequent or painful urination, and urinary tract infections. Never stop taking medication before asking your doctor. If you or a loved one is a non-smoker who contracted bladder cancer after taking Actos, you may be entitled to money. Call board-certified lawyer and former judge Terry Bryant for a free initial consultation. 1-800-444-5000.
Listen, hip replacement patients. The FDA is investigating metal-on-metal hip implants, and they're linked to severe medical conditions. Defective hip implants can cause health problems such as dislocations, painful swelling, and tissue damage. Call now if you or a loved one has or needs a revision because of a bad implant.
Call board-certified lawyer and former judge Terry Bryant for a free evaluation. 800-444-5000. 800-444-5000.
Attention women who had bladder or prolapse surgery. If you suffered serious complications from the synthetic mesh used in your bladder or prolapse surgery, you may be entitled to money. Call Terry Bryant, 1-800-444-5000.
After taking Fen-Phen, did you or someone you love have heart valve surgery? It's been more than a decade since the dangerous diet drug Fen-Phen was recalled. Its effects are still being felt today. A trust was established to pay for future medical costs for Fen-Phen injuries, such as heart surgeries. If you registered with the trust, you may be entitled to money. Call board-certified lawyer and former judge Terry Bryant, 1-800-444-5000. Attention former NCAA athletes. Did you receive medical treatment for a concussion sustained while playing an NCAA sport? Call 800-305-9800 right now. Concussions are traumatic brain injuries that may lead to long-term mental and physical problems. If you have health problems as a result of a concussion sustained while playing an NCAA sport, you may be entitled to compensation. Call 800-305-9800 today for a free and confidential consultation. Attention Xarelto users. If you've suffered serious internal bleeding, including bleeding of the brain or gastrointestinal system after taking Xarelto, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. The blood-thinning drug Xarelto has been linked to an increased risk of internal bleeding in some patients. If you or a loved one has taken Xarelto and been hospitalized for internal bleeding, call 800-900-7704 for a free and confidential evaluation of your claim. Attention Just for Men hair dye users. If you suffered a chemical burn on your scalp or face, you may be entitled to compensation. A growing number of Just for Men hair dye consumers are reporting symptoms such as swelling, sores and blistering, burning and itching, and permanent scarring. If you had any of these chemical burn symptoms after using Just for Men hair dye, call 800-900-7704 for a free and confidential evaluation of your claim. Attention family members of dialysis patients. If your loved one died within 48 hours of a dialysis treatment, you may be entitled to compensation. The FDA reports dosing errors during dialysis may cause serious health problems, including sudden cardiac death. Some dialysis patients experienced heart attacks, serious heart arrhythmias, and cardiac arrest within 48 hours of dialysis. Call 800-305-9800 for a free evaluation of your claim. Attention drivers of GM cars. General Motors recalled nearly 2.6 million vehicles due to faulty ignition switches that led to serious crashes and deaths. The defective ignition switches caused vehicles to lose power, disabling airbags, power steering, and other functions. If you were injured or if a loved one died because of a GM recalled vehicle, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Call 800-519-4900 for a free evaluation of your claim.
Attention men using testosterone. If you use testosterone and were diagnosed with a stroke or heart attack, you may be entitled to compensation. The FDA is investigating the risk of stroke, heart attack, and death in men using FDA-approved testosterone products after 2 separate studies suggested an increased risk of cardiovascular events. Call 1-800-BAD-DRUG now. If you have suffered from a stroke or heart attack after using testosterone cream, gel, or injectables, you may be entitled to compensation. Call 1-800-BAD-DRUG for a free consultation. General Motors has recalled millions of vehicles due to a defect in ignition switches. These vehicles have been shown to cause the engine to shut off without warning, the electrical system to shut down, and disabling of the airbags. If you or a loved one was seriously injured in an accident involving a car on the GM recall list, please call us at 800-421-6590 for a free confidential consultation. You may be entitled to compensation. Call 1-800-421-6590 now.
Non-attorney spokesperson, this is a medical alert. Have you or a loved one been diagnosed with cancer after undergoing a hysterectomy or myomectomy to remove uterine fibroids?
Call 1-800-881-6777.
Immediately. The use of power morcellators during these procedures has been known to spread cancer that may be contained in the uterus. If you or a loved one had a hysterectomy or myomectomy and now have leiomyosarcoma, you may be entitled to compensation. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 1-800-881-6777.
The cholesterol-lowering medication Lipitor may increase the risk of diabetes in women. The FDA recently added this increased risk of diabetes to the warning on Lipitor. Our law firm is helping women taking Lipitor who have been diagnosed with diabetes. Please call 1-800-BAD-DRUG to discuss your rights with an attorney. As reported by Reuters, studies show Lipitor may cause an increased risk of diabetes in women. Call now for a free consultation. 1-800-BAD-DRUG. Non-attorney spokesperson.
Non-attorney spokesperson, this is a medical alert. Have you or a loved one been diagnosed with cancer after undergoing a hysterectomy or myomectomy to remove uterine fibroids?
Call 1-800-666-9027.
Immediately. The use of power morcellators during these procedures has been known to spread cancer that may be contained in the uterus. If you or a loved one had a hysterectomy or myomectomy and now have leiomyosarcoma, you may be entitled to compensation. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 1-800-666-9027.
Non-lawyer spokesperson. Attention! If you took Depakote while pregnant and your child was born with spina bifida or other birth defects between 1997 and 2008, call 1-800-BAD-DRUG. You may be entitled to compensation. Depakote, a seizure and bipolar medication, may cause spina bifida, cleft palate, heart defects, and other birth defects. The maker of Depakote was found negligent in failing to warn of the risks to pregnant women. If you took Depakote while pregnant and your child was born with a birth defect, call 1-800-BAD-DRUG.
Surgery using transvaginal mesh may cause severe complications. Problems include mesh erosion or disintegration, severe pain, additional surgery. There have been recent verdicts and settlements totaling over $800 million for injuries due to the transvaginal mesh. You may be entitled to compensation if you've had pelvic mesh surgery, but deadlines to file claims are approaching. So please call today to protect your rights. Call 1-800-BAD-DRUG for a free consultation. Call 1-800-BAD-DRUG now. Non-attorney spokesperson.
If you or someone you love has been seriously injured or killed in an automobile accident in any recalled GM vehicle,
call 1-800-999-3086 immediately.
Certain GM vehicles' engines have been shown to shut off without warning, the electrical system to shut down, and airbags to disable.
If you or a loved one was seriously injured in an accident involving a car on the GM recall list, please call us at 1-800-999-3086 for a free confidential consultation. You may be entitled to compensation. Call 1-800-999-3086 now.
If you or someone you love has been seriously injured or killed in an automobile accident in any recalled GM vehicle, call 800-421-6590 immediately. Certain GM vehicles' engines have been shown to shut off without warning, the electrical system to shut down, and airbags to disable. If you or a loved one was seriously injured or killed in an accident involving a car on the GM recall list, please call us at 800-421-6590 for a free confidential consultation. Call 800-421-6590 now.